Hi, my name is Aina Fazira Zaidani. My message number is 2020-602-644.
My name is Nur Atika Mitino Sazali, 220393061 from JAC2204C.
Hello and Assalamualaikum everyone. My name is Siti Farhana binti Mas Azlan.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Nur Fasha Husna binti Ahmad Isham.
Hi and Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nurul Syafiqah binti Syafi'i, student ID 2021-862208.
First of all, I will explain about the background of Samdabi Berhad. Samdabi Berhad is a partner of choice for some of the world's best brands in the industrial and motor sectors. With operation in 17 countries and territories with a strong footprint in Asia Pacific, they continue to grow, delivering sustainable value to the stakeholder through operational excellence, high performance standard, and good corporate governance. With a workforce of more than 22,000 employees, the headquarters in Malaysia with operation in 17 countries and territories, Samdabi Berhad is listed on the main market of Bursa Malaysia, Securities Berhad. Its core businesses operate and serve in the industrial, motors, as well as the healthcare and insurance segments. Before we go to the segmental reporting, I would like to explain some history of Samdabi. In 1910, William Middleton Syme, Henry D. Esther Darby, and Herbert Mitford Darby founded Samdabi & Co. Limited in Malacca. Since then, Samdabi continued to deliver sustainable value to the region's economy. In 1942, due to the World War II, the operation of Samdabi branches in Malaysia were transferred to Singapore. After that, in 1979, Samdabi was incorporated in Malaysia and set up its head office in Jalan Konleh, Kuala Lumpur. In 2017, Samdabi was transformed from a conglomerate to three identities: Samdabi Plantation Berhad, Samdabi Property Berhad, and Samdabi Berhad. The mission of Samdabi are develop a winning portfolio of sustainable business. Next, deliver superior financial returns through operational excellence and high performance standards. Subscribe to good corporate governance and high ethical values. And provide an environment for our people to realize their full potential. That's all about background of Samdabi Berhad. Next, I will explain more about factors to consider having a segment reporting. Looking at the first factor is determine nature of business activities that is identified by any activity carried out by an entity with the main objective of profit maximization. In Samdabi Berhad, identify the nature of business which Samdabi Berhad provides product or services to their customer that related to the industrial, motors, healthcare, and other businesses. Next, existence of manager responsible for the activities. This is important to take consideration because operating segment must have manager to maintain contact with the chief operating decision making. It is important to ensure operating activities, financial result, forecast, or plans for the segments can be discussed. Lastly, information presented to Board of Directors. The information will be reviewed by the Board of Directors, included sales, revenue, expenses for each activity for Board of Directors to make judgment. Thus, Board of Directors can provide good decision making to Samdabi Berhad. Now, I will explain about the types of segment that Samdabi Berhad have. First, business segment. Business segment is a portion of business that generates revenue from selling products or providing service that separates from the primary line focus for the business. In the Samdabi Berhad, there are few core business that engage in providing product and service, such as industrial, motors, healthcare, and other businesses. Next, will be discussed about geography segment. It can be found as method of marketing products to customer based on geographic location. Samdabi Berhad geographical segment includes Malaysia, China, Australasia, and other countries in Asia.
So next, we move to the Chief of Decision Making (CODM) and its responsibility. As we know, for each company must have their own executive and board of directors, the same way as Sam Dabri. For Sam Dabri Berhad's CODM, it can be said that Dato' Jeffrey Salim Davidson, who is the Group Chief Executive Officer, or Dato' Thomas Leong Yu Hong, who are the Chief Strategy Officer, or any other executive directors that are qualified. So, what is the responsibility of this Chief of Decision Making CODM? Firstly, to assess the segment performance and for which discrete financial information is available. Second, to allocate the resources and assess the performance of the operating segments of an entity. A Chief of Decision Making CODM need to review and adopt the strategic plan and also adequacy, integrity of the management information and also internal control system of the group. Actual reporting and accounting policies, identifying the reportable and non-reportable segment. Reportable segment required to be reported if first exceed quantitative threshold 10%, which is revenue, profit or loss, and asset. Second is 2 or more operating segment can be combined. We move to the company's performance. Based on Sam Dabri Berhad's annual report, the group's profit attributable to owners of the company, net profit, was higher by 31.8%, mainly due to the higher profits from the industrial division and lower tax expense. The industrial, motors, and healthcare sector contribute the most for the company's performance. Next, I will present about the strategic focus, which are strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and trends of Sam Dabri Berhad. For the strength of Sam Dabri Berhad, which is uniform growth rate from across all of the geographical locations and diversified product portfolio. Meanwhile, Sam Dabri Berhad weaknesses, which are legal claims affecting the brand image of the company, and fluctuating non-operating revenue due to the irregular investment and disinvestment operations. Next, I will present about the opportunities and trends of Sam Dabri Berhad. For the opportunities, strong outlook for the global oil crops consumption and inorganic growth strategy. Lastly, trends. Sam Dabri Berhad core businesses are in the industrial, automotive and logistics sectors, as well as in healthcare and insurance. Sam Dabri Property Berhad saw its counter close at its highest since March 2022. The group net profit fell 32% to 825 million ringgit for the 9 months ended March 31, 2022.
So there are 3 methods to prepare an interim report. In the first one, integral method. This method is the fraction of the annual report, which is company incur any expenses in third quarter and the amount will be located between fourth quarter accordingly. And the second one, discrete method. It is treat interim report in which separate period, which means the report are prepared by periodic basis and any expenses incurred will be recognized when incurred. And the last one is the combination of the two. So for Sam Dabri, the company used a discrete method to prepare its interim report. Interim financial report presented is an audited and should be read in conjunction with the group's audited annual financial statements. The financial statement of the group and company have been prepared in accordance with Malaysian Financial Reporting Standard (MFRS), International Financial Reporting Standard and requirement of Company Act 2016. So this is accounting policy used by Sam Dabri Berhad, which is the first one is property, plant and equipment. It used cost model in which cost less accumulated depreciation and accumulated impairment losses, if any, in accordance with MFRS 116, property, plant and equipment. For the depreciation method, Sam Dabri used a straight line method over its estimate useful life. The next one is inventories. It is the comparison if its cost and net realizable value at whichever is lower, based on MFRS 112 inventories. The equipment, motor vehicles, spare parts and accessories of Sam Dabri Berhad are using specific identification basis and weighted average basis respectively.
Next,
types of interim report prepared by the company, the below set of condemned financial statement in its interim financial report shall include as a minimum, first, each of heading and subtotal that was included in its more recent annual financial statements. Second, selected explanatory notes as required by the standard, and lastly is the basis and diluted earning per share, which is EPS, on the face of the statement of profit or loss and other comprehensive income. First is unaudited consolidated statements of financial position. Second is unaudited consolidated statements of cash flow. Third is unaudited consolidated statements of comprehensive income. And fourth, unaudited consolidated statement of changes in equity. And lastly is unaudited consolidated statements of profit or loss. Next, the current and comparative period. According to FAR570 interim reporting, the current and reporting period for each statement prepared by the company will be measured from 1 April 2022 until 30 June 2022, equivalent to 4th interim quarter of Sime Darby Berhad in 2022. For the first quarter will be July 2021 until September 2021, and the second quarter will be October 2021 until December 2021, and the third quarter will be January 2022 until March 2022, and the fourth quarter will be April 2022 until June 2022. Next, the current and comparative period of Sime Darby Berhad. The first is statement of financial position. For the current will be 1st July 2021 until 30 June 2022. For the comparative will be 1st July 2020 until 30 June 2021. The next is statement of profit or loss and other comprehensive income. Will be two difference of ending, which is 3-month endings and 12-month endings. For the 3 months ending for the current period will be 1st April 2022 until 30 June 2022. For the comparative will be 1st April 2021 until 30 June 2021. And the 12-month ending will be 1st July 2021 until 30 June 2022, and the comparative will be 1st July 2020 until 30 June 2031. Next is statement of changes in equity. For the current period will be 1st July 2021 until 30 June 2022, and the comparative will be 1st July 2020 until 30 June 2021. And lastly is the statement of cash flow. Will be 1st July 2021 until 30 June 2022, and the comparative will be 1st July 2020 until 30 June 2021.
So on 1st April 2022, the cost of plant and machinery is RM1.1 billion with its accumulated depreciation as at 1st April 2021 amounting to 726 million. The company depreciates all of its plant and machinery on a straight line basis at 20% per annum on a yearly basis and none in the year of disposal. On 1st June 2022, Sime Darby Berhad decided to dispose one of its machine with the carrying amount of RM200 million for a profit of RM50 million. The machine was initially purchased by the company at a cost of RM350 million. So on June 30th, 2022, the company acquired a new machine at a cost of RM500 million. So here is the adjustment with the cost of RM1.25 billion and the accumulated depreciation of 638,500,000, the carrying amount being 611,500,000. So moving on with the second, on 1st April 2022, Sime Darby Berhad had an ending inventory of RM8.346 billion. Every year, the price of its inventories will change. On 30th June 2022, the company had inventories of 150 million units at cost of RM1.6 per unit. At 30th June 2022, the net realizable value of inventories is RM1.45 per unit. The expected net realizable value of the inventories at 30th June 2022 is RM1.75. On 30th June 2022, the value of inventories should be recognized at its net realizable value as it is lower compared to the cost that amount to RM217,500,000. Loss of inventories of RM22,500,000 shall be recognized in the statement of profit or loss. And on June 30th, 2022, the value of inventories will be recognized by using the cost of RM240 million. Therefore, SIMDABI should reverse the RM22,500,000 inventories loss that was previously recognized in statement of profit or loss. For the current interim for PPE, with the carrying amount of RM611,500,000, for the comparative PPE, with the carrying amount of 374 million. For the current interim for inventory, with carrying amount of 217,500,000, and for the comparative inventory, with the amount of 8.32 billion. So that is all from us. Thank you.